Right. Good morning, everyone. All the online students, is it the screen is visible? All the online students, could you please everyone respond in the chat window? I request all the online students need to respond in the chat window. All right. Perfect, guys. Okay. Let's get started then. So the one we have been discussing about these particular very most important concepts here. That is what we have been mentioned that object identification. See that object identification, or you can say that element locators. That means our main target to write in a program in Playwright. The final target is to write in a program in Playwright. Further, to write in a program in Playwright, first we need to comfortable with object identification, or we can say that element locators. Once we got comfortable with this concept, next we have to discuss about TypeScript. Based on these two concepts, very easily we can write in a program in Playwright. Because of that, first we are getting started in understanding how we can find with the object, or how we can find that particular element. Further, while working Playwright, to find the object or element, it will be taking with the help of this particular inspect option. While working this particular inspect option, we got 7 types of options. As part of that particular 7 types, as part of that particular 7 types, the one we are mentioning that get by role. So the one option we are mentioning that get by role. Okay. In the same way, we got another option, get by label. Get by label. Then we got one more option, get by text. Get by text. Then we got another option, page.locator. Page.locator. Then we got another option, that is, it will be mentioned that get by placeholder. Get by placeholder. Then we got another option, that is get by alt text, which you will be taking get by alt text. Then it will be taking with one more option, that is get by test ID. So this is what it will be taking with this particular total 7 options has been available while working this particular Playwright. So as part of these particular 7 option, which option we need to use it? It's totally depends on that particular tester comfortable. Based on that particular tester comfortable, we can go with in utilizing any of these options here. As simple, the target is finding whether the object is our target, which option need to use it. It depends on tester. So in that, we are working get by role. So how we are working with the get by role? This is as simple as based on tag name, or we can mention role. Based on tag name, or we can mention that role provided role provided in HTML code. So in that particular HTML code, how exactly the role has been mentioned, based on that particular role, we are understanding either we can find that particular object or not. So how we are taking the help of HTML code as simple. This is what we discussed it. If I just go with this particular one, understanding that particular HTML code, learning HTML code, nothing but understanding that particular HTML code is very simple. We are not worried about in writing any HTML code. As a playwright automation tester, we never worried about any HTML code. I mean, writing the code, just will understand. So how you will understand? As part of HTML, anything started with less than symbol, consider as a HTML tag. Consider as a HTML tag. Anything started with the less than symbol, consider as a HTML tag. In the same way, you will be taking with equal symbol, considering that HTML attribute. The equal symbol you will be taking with HTML attribute. That particular equal symbol, before equal symbol, we can considering that attribute type. After equal symbol, you will be mentioning that attribute value. This is what the understanding of HTML code. In the same way, we got considering some of the concept, that is what I will be taking with object or element. The meaning of object or element, we are mentioning that anything on web page. If I go with the meaning of object or element, we can mention that anything on web page. In the same way, it will be taking with, in the same way, we need to be mentioned that it will be taking with the help of that particular web page. That particular web page, it will be taking with, we can mention group of objects, group of objects, or I will be taking with elements here. So group of objects, or I will be taking with elements, and finally I will be taking with application. So that particular application, mentioning that I will be taking with that particular application, I will be mentioning that group of web pages. Group of web pages, you are considering that application. Now, our main target is to automate application. Our final target to automate that application. So to automate that particular application, directly we cannot automate application. For that, first we need to automate web page. To automate web page, first we need to find the object. For finding the object, we are taking with the help of these options here. This is what we have been already started in working this particular option of get by role. This is we need to take with the practice. For taking with the practice, you have to create one Excel file. I'm expecting that all the online students has been created Excel. Is it everyone created this Excel file? All the online students. Is it everyone has been created with Excel and started practicing it? Yes or no, guys? Okay. Please make sure that I will be doing with the regular practice here. If required, you can take with the help of that particular offline lab support or online lab support, but make sure that you will be taking with the regular practice. So how the practice need to be done? Very simple. You can work with multiple projects, minimum HRMS project and then e-banking project here, and remaining two projects based on your comfortable, how much real time you are expecting, how much real time you are expecting, you need to take with the help of that many projects here, that much of real time knowledge you will be able to gain it. So how we are working? Get by role. Working with the get by role, very simple. First we will get go with and taking with that particular object name. For example, login button. I'm just mentioning that it will be taking with the button, it will be taking with login. In general, that particular role is button. Let's see that how it is mentioned in the HTML. What it is mentioned? Input. Originally, the role is a button. We need to able to see that to have in a role mentioned as a button only, but it has given as an input that will be mentioned that not available. Let me try this particular clear button, which it will be taking with that particular clear button. So here also, let's go with that particular inspect. It will be taking with clear button. So here also, it is mentioned as a input only, mentioned that not available. Let me try in taking with label. I will be taking with login name label. So now we need to able to see that the tag name has been provided as a label. If it is mentioned as a label, we can apply the technique of get by role. Let's see here. I'll just provide this particular get by role. See here. What is the tag name we got? Online students. What is the tag name we got? Please respond, guys. Please respond in the chat window. So we got a tag name of TD. Originally, we are expecting the tag name should be the label, but we got a TD. So this is also, we can mention that not available, not applicable here. In the same way, it will be taking with this particular one, which it will be mentioning that it will be taking with password, which it will be taking that password. So that it will be mentioning that it will be taking with, let's try with password label. This is also not available. It will mention that not available. Let me try this particular logo. I'm just trying with this particular logo. Can we consider this is an image? Online students, the logo, can we consider as an image or not? Yes or no, guys? Yes, that is an image. Now we can see. I'll just take with that particular inspect. What is the tag name we got? Online students. What is the tag name we got? Image. So can we apply the technique of get by role here? So we can apply the technique of get by role that we got an image. That means if the role has been available, we can try in applying that particular respective role. In a similar way, to get in a more understanding, let's try with login. Once I have been done with that particular login, once I have been done with that particular respective login, we got logout option. I'm taking with inspect, which I will be taking with this particular logout option. I will be taking with this particular respective of inspect. We got a tag name. What is the tag name we got? Small a. We got a tag name of small a according to HTML. According to HTML, the tag name of small a. According to the HTML, the tag name of small a, which is equal to link. So the tag name of small a, which is equal to link. That means as part of, sorry, just 1 minute, guys, just 1 minute. That small a, we can say that anchor tag. I mean, according to the HTML, that particular small a, which is equal to anchor tag, that particular anchor tag is equal to link. That particular anchor tag, which is equal to link here. So that means whenever you are working with the HTML, for the HTML as part of the link, it will not be mentioned as a link, it will mentioned as a small a. So that is, it will be taking with this particular one here. Okay. So now I can see that. So that is a link. So now if I go with this particular logout link, so that is we got applicable of role. So that we will be mentioning that small a, nothing but we can apply the role of that particular link here. If I just go with this particular one, if I just go with this particular respective one, I will be taking with this particular get by role. So how you will understand what is the role? Just as a person, by referring these particular objects, we can understand like this role is text box, this is a button, this is a drop down, this is a logo, nothing but image. By seeing the application, we can understand what exactly that particular role of that particular object here. That is what it will be taking with the first option, which it will be mentioning that based on tag name or role provided in HTML code. So this is how you need to continue that particular regular practice. You have to continue the regular practice of that particular HRMS application and then taking with that particular PIM model. As part of HRMS application, login model and PIM model, you need to go with finding all the objects here. That is what you will be taking with first priority. After that, you can continue with other models also, but first priority, it will go with this particular two models here. So you guys can continue in taking with the practice. Okay. In the same way, we got one more option, that is get by label. See the name. This is very straightforward. In the name itself, it is clearly mentioned get by label. That means, see here, very straightforward. Need to have tag name of label in HTML code. This is very straightforward. this particular one, this option is very straightforward, which is clearly saying that need to have tag name of label, because that's technique itself get by label. So how you can understand, whenever you are referring with the HTML code, whenever you are referring with the HTML code, if you are able to see, right? So whenever you are taking with this particular one, which it will be mentioning that it will be taking with this particular respective of label, the tag name itself mentioned as a label, then you can understand that you can apply that particular technique. Let's see here. I'll just go with this particular option, get by label. Get by label. First, I'll try with login name text box. Okay, see here. Do we have any tag name of label? Online students. Yes or no? Do we have any tag name of label? No, we don't have any tag name of label. So very straight away, we can understand that we cannot apply the technique. Input, we got it. Login button, no. Even clear button also, no. Anyway, the name itself is clearly saying that that is applicable for label, means you need to inspect only the labels, remaining things by default you can applicable as a not available. Let me try this label. Do we have any tag name of label? No, we don't have any tag name of label. So because of that, these particular things, it will be mentioning that particular NA. So all these particular things, it will be mentioning that not available or not applicable. Let me try e-banking. So here I will mention that get by label. Okay, let me try it. Here also, text boxes, we can say that not available here. This is also not available. Buttons also not available. Let me try label. Now, I will be taking with this particular perspective of admin, which I will be taking with this particular admin. We'll go with this particular username, having the tag name of label. So the tag name itself, it is mentioned as a label. So the tag name itself, it is mentioned as a label. So that it will be mentioning that it will be taking with label here. Okay, let me try password. Okay. So password also, we got a tag name that it will be taking with label. So that is how it will be continued in utilizing label. That means in this e-banking application, to find these particular objects, I can try with the get by role or I can try with get by label. Both the options can be applied. So based on that particular tester comfortable, we can go with and utilizing any of that particular option here. This is what it will be mentioning that get by label. Let me try adapting. Let me check this. Right. So here I'll go with that particular inspect. Let it be open. It's not working, huh? Okay. That we look into that. But you can try with this particular one also. Just when you try with these particular multiple projects, when you're trying with that particular respective multiple projects, then you will be able to get that particular options here. I mean, which you will be able to have these particular options here. I mean, you will get that particular more real time here. So in this way, you need to try with get by role, get by label. So meaning of get by role is in the HTML code, what exactly the tag name or role has been mentioned. Based on that, you are confirming get by role. In the same way, get by label. Get by label is very straightforward. You are providing that particular respective of label tag name. In the HTML code, if you're having with the tag name of label, then it will be considered which it will be taking with that particular option of get by label. In the same way, it will be taking with get by text. If I go with that particular get by text. So that particular get by text is see here. The meaning of get by text. See that. Need to have text. Need to have, I can say that any text. Need to have any text without equal symbol. Without equal symbol. I mean, when you can work with get by text, need to have text without equal symbol. Whenever you refer any HTML code, if you refer any HTML code, if you are able to see any text is available without equal symbol, then it can consider that particular technique of get by text. Let's see here how we can work on it. Let's see that how you will be working. So we'll be taking with this particular one, mentioning that get by text. Get by text. So how you will be taking with get by text is we need to able to see any text without equal symbol, then we can apply the technique of get by text. Okay, let's see that. Let's work on that. Okay, then you will be taking with right. So here, first I'll go with this particular username. Refer the highlighted one. Is there any text without equal symbol? Online students. Is there any text without equal symbol? Yes or no, guys? Do we have any text is available without equal symbol? Still some people are saying yes. Don't be confused at all, guys. Don't be confused at all. I'm not saying that word of text. We need to have an a text without equal symbol. Here we got an equal symbol. This is equal symbol we got. Here we got an equal. Here we got an equal. Having the equal symbol consider as a attribute. That means this is name attribute, type attribute, class attribute, tab index. So attributes are available, but our requirement is we should not be having any text without equal symbol. Let me try password. Any text without equal symbol? No. Everything we got an equal symbol. Let me try login button. See that? Login button. Login button also same. There is no text. Let me try clear button. Clear button. Yes. So clear button also everything having the equal symbol only. Okay. Now let me try login name label. Now we can see any text without equal symbol. Any text without equal symbol, guys. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? I'm saying that this particular highlighted one, in that highlighted one, are we able to see any text without equal symbol? Don't be confused, guys. Most of the people are saying no. See here, we got align equal to, class equal to, but we got some text here. For this particular text, do we have any equal symbol? No, we are able to see the text without equal symbol. Then we can apply the technique of login name, get by text. We can apply that particular text which you will be taking with this particular one, which you will be able to see that, see here. So this is, you will be mentioning that not available, this is not available, this is not available, mention that not available. This we got, that particular text is available, you will be providing that particular text here. So that is how you need to get work with that particular technique, mention that get by text here. So get by text, very straightforward. You need to able to see having with the text without any equal symbol, then you will be taking with get by text. Let me try password here. We'll try with password. I'll go with that particular inspect. See here. Any text is available? Online students. Is there any text available without equal symbol? Yes or no, guys? Please respond, guys. Please respond. I'm expecting the response from every individual student. Even though you are attending in online, expecting with the responses from every online student. Right. We got a text. We got a text without equal symbol. We got a text without equal symbol. Okay. So that is what we can mention, providing that particular respective text here. So in this way, we can go with in applying this particular technique of get by text. So get by text is very straightforward. So get by text is very straightforward. Whenever you are referring any of that particular HTML code, straight away you need to able to see text has to be available without equal symbol. Then you will be mentioning that utilizing that particular get by text option. Okay. In the same way, another most important, that is what? page.locator. Another one, page.locator. That particular page.locator, you can consider that universal option. This page.locator, we can say that universal option because while working get by role, get by label, get by text. These are okay. While working get by role, get by label, get by text. These are specific to playwright only. These are specific to the playwright. But page.locator, we can mention that universal option. Why we are saying that universal option is we can apply the same thing for playwright automation tool, the same locator you can apply for Selenium, you can apply for Cypress, you can apply for Tosca, any automation tool, we can apply this particular option here. That is what it will be mentioning that it will be taking with universal option. What are all that particular universal option? That is what most of the people knowing it, it will be taking with Xpath and then CSS and then ID and then name. If I go with that particular universal options, we got universal options is one it will be taking with XPath, another one CSS, another one it will be taking with ID, another one it will be taking with name. So that is what we need to be get mentioned that it will be taking with this particular universal option here. So this is where we got a concept of it will be taking with this particular thing here. Right. So if I go with this particular get by role, get by label, get by text, particularly for playwright. But page.locator, we can say that this option is universal option. Why we are saying that this is a universal option is the same thing can be applicable for any automation tool. Under page.locator, what are the options you will get? XPath, CSS, ID, name. The same things are applicable for Playwright, applicable for Selenium, applicable for Cypress, or applicable for Tosca. I mean, it can be any kind of automation tool. These four options are applicable. So let's understand in more detailed of all these particular options one by one. For that, first you can write with the new heading. First you can write with the new heading, mention that XPath. All the online students also, please write with the new heading, mention the XPath. All the online students, any questions, just you can make a note of that questions. At the end of the session, I will give an unmute option. Every day same thing here. So every day we'll get unmute option at the end of the session. I'll give you enough time to clarify all your questions here. Okay. So now, write with the new heading, mention the XPath. Okay. Just make a note of it. Group of nodes. In between. Mention that in between of less than and greater than. Under that, mention two types. That particular two types. Absolute XPath. and then relative XPath. Absolute XPath starts with HTML tag or single forward slash. Starts with HTML attribute or two forward slash. Just make a note of these things, guys. All the online students also make a note of these things in the proper way. Right. Let's understand. So let's go with in more detail what exactly mean by this. See here. First, we got in a concept of XPath. Meaning of XPath. The common definition, the general meaning of XPath mentioned that group of nodes. Group of nodes. The meaning of the node. The meaning of the node in between of less than and greater than symbol. In between of less than and greater than symbol. That means what exactly meaning of the statement is once you done that particular inspect, you are able to see the starting is less than and the ending greater than. You are able to see that particular less than symbol and then greater than symbol, which is considered as a one particular node. This is considered as one particular node. Okay. In the same way, you will be taking with everything. Say got less than, greater than one node. Otherwise, still how simple you can understand. Whenever I'm performing the click activity, whenever I done with the click activity, whatever highlighted one is there, that is considered as a one particular node. Whatever highlighted one is there, that is considered as a one particular node. The meaning of that particular XPath, the meaning of that particular XPath group of nodes consider as one particular XPath here. Okay. Now, these particular XPath, we got a two types here. That particular XPath, we got a two types, considering that absolute XPath and then taking with relative XPath. Considering the absolute XPath and then taking with relative XPath. Meaning of absolute XPath. Meaning of absolute XPath is, it will mention that starts with HTML tag. Meaning of absolute XPath starts with HTML tag or single forward slash. In the same way, you got relative XPath. Meaning of relative XPath is starts with HTML attribute or two forward slash. So this is what I will be taking with two types of XPath. One is absolute XPath, another one relative XPath here. This is what I will be taking with this particular XPath concept. Okay, let's go with in more detail how we can find the object with the help of these XPath. Our requirement is we need to come up with in finding with the object with the help of these XPath, mentioning that right absolute XPath. Right. So one, it will be mentioning the absolute XPath. Another one, it will be taking with relative XPath. This is where this Excel file will be playing very most important role. You need to take with the maintain this Excel in a very proper way. It's not like your assignment will be completed in just one day. So every day you need to continue in practice of this particular object identification. So here it will be taking with the help of this particular absolute text path and then taking with that particular relative X path. Okay. If I go with absolute XPath, how we can find it? Let's see. For now, these are very simple. First, we can go with inspect. First, we need to do inspect only and we will refer only highlighted one. You will refer only highlighted one. You are not worried about remaining options here. You will go with and only that particular highlighted one. Since that particular highlighted one, you will be taking with right click and then copy and you will get two options here. One is copy XPath, another one copy full XPath. One is copy XPath, another one copy full XPath. Copy XPath, it will provide copy XPath, it will provide relative XPath. It will provide relative XPath. Copy full XPath. Copy full XPath. It will provide absolute XPath. Don't be confused at all. It is very straightforward. So copy full XPath. It will provide absolute XPath. Copy XPath. It will provide relative XPath. I'm just clicking on copy full XPath. Okay, let's provide here. So we got absolute XPath. Meaning of absolute XPath starts with HTML tag or single forward slash. Meaning of relative XPath. Right click, taking with the copy and then copy XPath. It will provide relative, which it will provide relative. So relative XPath mentioning that it will be taking with relative XPath. It will mention that that particular equal symbol, which I will be taking with that particular equal symbol, or it will be taking with two forward slash. So equal symbol is nothing but attribute, or it's need to be get start with two forward slash, that it will be considering that relative XPath. So we got an absolute XPath, we got relative XPath. Okay, let me try some more objects here. I'll go with this particular login button. I'll try with login button. As usual, right click, copy, copy, fill XPath. It will provide absolute XPath. Then you will be taking with relative. You will be taking with that particular copy, copy XPath. It will provide that particular relative. So this is what it will be mentioning that you need to take with the practice. First, we need to be get comfortable. So how exactly we can find with the object with the help of these particular options. So by that, going forward, whenever we are working with actual playwright, it will become in a more easy. Let me try one more option. I will be taking with this particular label. So label also taking with the right click and then copy, copy, fill XPath. Copy, fill XPath. It will provide it. It will mention. Then it will be taking with that particular right click. It will be taking with the copy, copy XPath. Then it will provide that particular copy XPath. So that is how it will be taking with absolute XPath and which it will be taking with relative XPath. You need to be get take with the help of absolute XPath and then taking with that particular relative XPath. So in this way, we need to be get go with in mentioning this particular one. So for each and every particular application, you have to come up with in finding these particular objects. You may get in a doubt, sir, why we need to do this? What is the use of this? Why we need to take the practice? Please be very clear. Our main target to write in a program in Playwright automation. The target is to write in a program in Playwright automation. Further, first we need to be get go with in getting comfortable with these options here. So then very easily we can write in a program. So we got get by role, get by label, then it will be taking with get by text. Along with that, it will be taking with absolute XPath. Absolute XPath. Then it will be taking with relative XPath, which it will be taking with relative XPath. As usual, you can see here. If I go with this particular one, if I just go with this particular relative XPath, let's look into this. Now, e-banking application, I'm just taking with right click and then it will be taking with, sorry. So which I will be taking with the right click and inspect. After that, right click, it will be taking copy, copy, fill XPath. You need to be get provide copy, fill XPath. Okay. Then we need to provide relative XPath. Right click, copy, copy, XPath. We are taking with copy XPath, providing relative. Okay. Next, I'll try with. So next, which I will be taking with this particular one. Let me try this particular password text box. We got username text box in the same way it will be taking with password text box. Let's see here. Taking with the right click, and then copy, and then copy full XPath. I'm just providing that. Okay. Next, right click, copy. Please be very clear. I'm selecting the option is copy XPath only. I'm selecting whether the option is copy XPath only. I just provided. Okay. Let me try this label. Let me try this label. Right click, copy, copy, fill XPath. Okay. And then it will be taking with the right click, copy, copy, XPath. Okay. Then it will provide. Now, see the understanding. By looking into this, what you can understand? Online students. By referring these two, what you guys can understand here? Right. Both are same. So we got relative XPath. We are trying with the relative XPath, but even though we got these particular respective of, right? So even though we got that particular relative XPath, if I go with this particular relative XPath, you can see it is providing absolute XPath only. That means, so here, if I just go with this particular one, sometimes there may be a chances in case of relative XPath is not available. In case of relative XPath is not available, it will provide absolute XPath only. Originally, this is not relative. This is an absolute which is started with single forward slash, or it will be taking with tag name of HTML. That means as of now, for this particular object, there is no relative XPath. Because of that, it has been provided absolute XPath only. Okay. This is how we got some more options here. While working this particular XPath, while working this particular XPath, we got some more options. XPath is two types only. XPath is two types only. Now we got absolute XPath and we got relative XPath. Under relative XPath, under relative XPath, we got one more option. That is what I will be mentioning the XPath with attributes. So don't be confused at all, guys. XPath is two types only. That XPath, absolute XPath, relative XPath. Under relative XPath, we got any two options, XPath with attributes. That particular XPath with attributes, again, we got multiple options here. Under XPath with attributes, we got an option, XPath with single attribute. XPath with single attribute. XPath with multiple attribute. XPath with single attribute. XPath with multiple attribute. Then it will go with XPath with text attribute. And then we got mentioned that XPath with contains. Please make a note of it, guys. Please make a note of it. XPath with starts with. XPath with starts with. XPath with single attribute, XPath with multiple attribute, XPath with contains, XPath with starts with. So don't be confused at all. XPath two types only, absolute XPath, relative XPath. Under relative XPath, you have an option of XPath with attribute. Under the attribute, under XPath with attribute, we got single attribute, we got multiple attribute, text attribute, and then contains and starts with. Again, it's not like we got only these options. It's not like we got only these options here. Still, as part of XPath, lot of other options also available, but mainly you need to get comfortable with these options here. Once we got a comfortable of these options, once we got a comfortable of these options, very easily you can work with any of other options also. Once we got a comfortable with these options, very easily you can get comfortable with any other options of XPath. That is what we need to understand. Previously, you just done with copy and paste. That absolute XPath and relative XPath, just you done with copy and paste only. We can write it manual also. These particular XPath with attributes, we need to write it manually. Not like it will be taking with the XPath automatically. So slowly we need to be get comfortable how we can write XPath by our own. Because if I go with these particular options based on that particular tester comfortable, we can utilize any of the options here. So now how we need to find these objects manually, how we can write XPath, that is what we need to understand. So that I'll take tomorrow. Today it will make any confusion. It will take some time. First, get it continued with the practice of these options here. Your Excel file need to get ready with all these particular options here. Once your Excel file is ready with all these particular options, then very easily you can write it XPath by our own. Because of that, first we can continue the practice of these options here. So tomorrow in detail, we'll be discussing about that XPath with attributes, how we can write it manually. After that, we'll go with remaining three options. These four very most important. As I already mentioned that these particular first four very most important. You guys need to take with the more practice of first four. Remaining three just for the interview purpose. Remaining three just for the interview purpose. You need to go with the practice here. So tomorrow first we'll complete this particular XPath. After that we'll be discussing about remaining three and then we'll be getting started with TypeScript concept. Once we complete TypeScript concept, then we'll be getting started with our actual playwright. My target is I want to make everyone more comfortable, more easy with playwright. Because of that, first we are getting comfortable of all these things. Then we'll be getting started with writing with the programs in playwright here. Okay. Clear everyone? Right. Online students having with the questions, you guys can continue your questions.
Welcome to NC Music World. Through to cement.
You are clear, right? No questions, right? Doubts ఏమన్నా అంటారు. Online students, you can continue your questions. The one who are all having the questions, you can just raise your hands.
Hello.
Yes, Leela. Yeah.
Yeah, hi sir.
Yeah.
How we can mention that these tag roles under the roles option, like link tag in HTML code, link tag, image tag.
So you need to see the tag names, right? So whenever you doing with the inspect, so you are
Huh.
able to set tag name, right? Hmm.
Based on which purpose we are maintain that in under the role get by role we can get that this value. How we can mention that thing?
See, as simple. Now this is the label.
Yes, yes, sir. Label.
How you will know this is label?
By seeing that web page
Ah,
name itself, you're saying that this is
That is
label
the
name
that is the terminology of the manual or terminology of the application. The,
application. Yes, yes,
uh,
that is
the
clear.
terminology of the application is the label. So we
Label.
are
Yes.
expecting
Huh.
that the role also should be mentioned as a label only. Okay. Then when you done with the inspect, the
Huh.
developer, rather than giving the label, what he given? TD. Why he
Hmm.
went with the TD, why not he given the label means we are not worried about on that. If it is mentioned as a label, then we can say that we can apply the role of, apply the technique of get by role. So for now, that role is not mentioned. Here it is a label, but here it is a TD. The role is not matching it. The role is not applicable. So that is the reason you will just mention as a not applicable or nothing but not available. That is what your
Huh.
document.
And that one is clear, sir. That one is clear.
Mm,
Just
mm.
tag names, link tag, image tag, link tag. Also, you mentioned that in Excel sheet those are under the get by role.
Uh,
How we are placed, how we can decide that these are we can get the text by get by role.
No, now this is the logo, right? Now we can
Yes,
see.
sir. Based on which you are maintaining that are under the role.
Hmm.
Based on under the get by role. Based on which you are placing those are under get by role, sir.
Correct.
Huh.
Hmm. So now this is image. That means the role will be the image. So the role also mentioned as an image only. So that is the reason I'm saying that whenever we are working our actual playwright automation to find this object, to find the logo object, I can apply the technique of get by role. That is what we are mentioning here. How to apply that will look that syntax you will understand when you are writing with our actual playwright program here. Okay.
Mhm. Okay, so what is the what it
Hmm.
will get exactly get by role methods? Huh? I mean, what
It
is mean
will
by get by role functionality? I'm saying.
it has to recognize the object. Now, when you're working with the playwright automation, now you are finding with the object. So now as simple, I'm able to recognize you. How I'm able to recognize? I'm able to recognize with your name.
Okay,
Right?
okay. Huh.
In case if I'm getting with the multiple person with the same name, I will be calling with the initial. So in automation also you are doing the same thing. To find this object, I'm taking with the technique of the get by role option here. This is one technique which has been used to find with the object when you're working with the playwright. So while working with the playwright, they're given these are the options here. So in that one option, we got a get by role. When you're working my actual playwright program, if this option is working, I'll continue. If it is not working, I'll try with the get by label. That is also not working, I'll try with the get by text. So how we need to work these many options, that is what we are learning now here. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next.
Sir, in online app support, can we ask them to verify our assignment? This task?
No, lab people will not be verifying it. First, you can make you can maintain your local system. Whenever we are working with our actual playwright, then I'll be giving some steps, test steps. Then you will get to know whether you have been written in a correct manner or not.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Okay.
Sir, this is Ajay. So actually joined today is my first lecture, sir. Could you please provide the all recorded session? Already provided, but only it's the 1st of July. Today is 7th of July, so that's why.
You got an access for recordings, right?
Yes, yes.
Just we can go through the recordings of last two sessions, then you will get more clear picture what exactly we have been done. Because previously we done with the very basics only. So now what we are doing is just we came up with the main concept from yesterday. That is our finding the objects, which we started with the get by role, right? So this is the main concept of this particular playwright automation. In a previous session, I discussed about what is automation, these projects I have been using, right? How you can access these projects, that information have been provided. Just if we go through that, you will get in a more clear picture. Just go through that. In case of any doubt, we'll clarify it. Okay? Yeah.
Hi, I have a question.
Yeah,
There,
carry on.
yeah, I cannot log into CTC over phyd.com that you have shown.
Did you connect it with the lab support?
No. How?
Just once you can connect with the lab support, you can share your screen to them. So they will look into that and they'll try to resolve the issue. Okay?
Okay, then to connect for the test for the lab support.
Day before yesterday, I given that Zoom ID, right? To connect the lab support.
Yeah. Only
Yeah,
missed it. Can you send it again with them?
You're not able to have, just connect with the management team. Tell them
Okay.
that you require lab support meeting ID. They will be giving it. They'll WhatsApp you. Okay?
Sorry to interrupt you. 26th of August is the last working day, sir. Before that, it will finish all right? 26th.
July and then August, right? Yes. I cannot promise that the total training will be completed, but most of the important things will be done here. Okay?
So you will be doing a mock interview, right? Like before.
Yeah, after completion of the total training program, we'll conduct mock interviews.
So what is the deadline? When it will be completed?
Ajay, repeat the question again.
What is the deadline? When was the training session completed? August month or September?
August, we'll try to close by August ending. Otherwise, in the September first week or second week, it will close it. Okay? Yeah. But here, playwright will be completed in August only. We have an AI concepts also, right? So that particular AI concepts, it will come under August ending. Okay? Yeah.
Hi, Suresh, I have a question.
Yes, Niklesh. Yeah.
So if we don't find that particular object by get by role or label text locators, we can simply go by Xpath.
Absolutely. So there is no rule of first you need to start with the get by role only. For a very easy understanding purpose, I came up with the one particular order for easy understanding. Once you done with all these particular options, and once you gotten familiar with all the 7 options, in case if you feel that by default you want to try with the Xpath, absolutely you can try with the Xpath only. There is no rule or condition. First you have to try with the get by role, after that get by text, after that Xpath. There is no conditions at all here.
Oh,
Okay?
in that case, we can simply go with Xpath.
We can. Finding the object is our target. Which option we can use it means it totally depends on the tester only.
Okay, okay. So we can choose it's up to our wish. We can go by role, label, text, or simply we can go with XPath.
Anything we can use it. Correct.
Got it, got it. Thanks.
Right. Okay. Next. All right, guys. No more other questions, right?
Hi, sir. This is Shravani.
Yes, Ravani.
Yeah, actually, I joined today. So, little bit confusion about get by role and get by label. Can you please show the not available and image logo?
No. As simple as so, like because of the first session, you may feel that it is done. Okay, see that. This is no confusion at all. So the concept is our requirement is we have to automate this application.
Yeah.
If I want to automate this application, first what I have to do, I have to recognize this object. These are all the objects, like text box is one object, label is one object. All these are the objects. So to recognize this particular object in Playwright, we are taking with the help of these 7 types of options here. So in that particular 7 types of options, one option we got in a get by role. So how I can find, how we are finding with the object with the get by role is, I want to understand that what is the role provided for these objects. By seeing, I can say the text box. By seeing, I can say that button. But it's not like by seeing, right? The automation will work based on the code. So to find that particular object, that automation, it will take with the help of the HTML code. So that I want to confirm that in the HTML code, what is the role has been mentioned for that particular object. For that, what I'm doing here, I'm taking with the inspect. So once I done with the inspect, originally this is a text box. So I'm expecting that in the HTML code also, I need to able to see the tag name as a text box only. But it is not mentioned as a text box. Rather than that, it is mentioned as a input.
Ah,
I can understand that, okay, to find this text box, I should not be using get by role. I need to try another option. That is what you are practicing this Excel. This Excel you have to create manual in the local system, and then one by one for what are all the objects it is applicable, for what are all the objects it is not applicable, we are documenting. This is the practice need to be done here. Okay? Yeah. Right. Next.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello,
Carry
sir.
on.
Sir, Leela,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah. Regarding this one only, is there any particular condition this many tags treated as role?
No. See here, don't be confused at all. It's
Hmm.
not like, see, as simple, whatever the starting one is it, this is considered as a HTML tag. Okay.
Yes, sir,
By,
that is.
by referring this HTML tag, we are understanding that what is the role of that particular object. Now, I done with inspect of this button. I done with the inspect.
Okay.
Originally, this should be a button, but what developer given
Input
input.
tag.
In case in a place of input, if it is mentioned as a button, then I can confirm that when we are writing our actual automation, I can find this particular button with the help of this particular role here.
Okay.
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 Yeah. For now, it is not mentioned as a button. So developer has been given with some other name. So because of that, what I'm saying here, I'm just
So HTML code you changed. So because of that, maybe got.
Okay, that I'll look into that. I think maybe the server has been got down. I'll check with the team. Yeah.
Okay.
The server maintenance will be going on. Sometimes the server maintenance will be there. So that I'll look into that. Okay. Fine, no worries. So just you can go with the practice of just for which object we can apply this, for which object we cannot apply this. So just we can apply or not. That is what the practice you have to do. So and how exactly we need to use it, that you will understand when we're writing our actual playwright program here. Okay?
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Oh, oh, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay then. Right.
Suresh, I have a question.
Yeah. Carry on, Such.
Yeah, I wanted to just ask, like, in Playwright, don't we have anything such as object identification tool or something? Because I have worked on UFT, we had a tool which usually used to show us the attributes and their values, which
So
I
now
had
how we
used. So I just want to understand, do we have anything as such in Playwright as well?
I mean, your voice got break it. Can you repeat your question once again? So you're talking about you required a tool to find the objects in Playwright. That is what your question?
Yeah, similar kind, like in UFT,
No,
had
no. Like, yes.
something as
UFT will get an
object
NB
spy.
dot.
Okay. With the help of that, when I find
No, in Playwright we don't have that option. So in UFT you got that
so
particular option.
similarly, we have something in Playwright as well where I can find the attributes and values, like I can understand which locator I can use over here.
No, in Playwright we don't have that option. So in QTP or UFT you got another spy option, but here we don't have that option. We have to take the help of HTML code only. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, Suresh.
Okay. Right. Okay, guys. Take care about the things. Take care about the practice. Meet you tomorrow then. Thank you.